Hey guys, I'm Dan. Welcome to Game Couch. Alright guys, just me this week. Andy's off gallivanting on a boat somewhere, which I'm not jealous of at all. So apologies for the crappy audio. I shall soldier on regardless and take a look at Sleeping Dogs by Square Enix and United Fronts. Quick run through before we go into any spoilers. The story's predictable, but it's well presented with some good voice acting. Gameplay is average at best, with the only challenge coming from the hand-to-hand combat sequences. Graphics are alright, but a bit dull. So let's take a look at some gameplay and see what you think.
This is Chu.
Alright, so the story's pretty simple. We open with Wei Shen, voiced by Will Yun Lee, who is an undercover agent working to take down the Sun On Yee Triad by infiltrating at the lowest ranks and working his way up. Shen on screen now is chosen by Superintendent Thomas Pendrew, who's voiced by Tom Wilkinson, by the way. That is the guy from Batman Begins, Rock'n'Roller and Mission Impossible, amongst other things. Very good actor. Very surprised he was in this, but very happy also. So like I said, Wei Shen's chosen because he grew up with a lot of the Triad members, and they'd be very quick to trust him because of this. You find out that the gang that he joins is already involved in an internal conflict with another group of the Sun On Yee, led by a guy called Dog Eyes. And the story that follows after that's one of about turf wars, revenge, murders, and also Wei Shen's constant ambiguous loyalty. It's predictable at best. If you've ever watched a Hong Kong action movie or any movie with a similar plot, you'll work out where it's going about halfway through. It's full of the usual characters and situations. It's still entertaining, but around about the middle of the third act, things go a bit funny. There are subplots which go absolutely nowhere and vanish as quickly as they appear, which gives the story sort of a half-finished feel. As you probably know, Sleeping Dogs was supposed to be the next true crime game. Thankfully, it changed developers about halfway through and that never happened. Downside to that, of course, is that it almost seems as though the new developers didn't really know where they were going. So some of the plot threads sort of peter off a bit. So the middle of the third act kind of feels a lot of like just faffing about for no reason, and the story doesn't particularly progress anywhere. But having said that, the final couple of missions are pacey and fun, and despite the sort of "well, I knew that would happen" ending, still a pretty good game overall. No surprises really. Everybody who you suspect will dies. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. It was entertaining enough for me. Keeps the sort of the action sequences threaded together. Not really a lot I can say on the visuals. At a distance, the city does look nice. The vibrant neon lights give what's a fictional version of Hong Kong quite a believable edge. Exploring the city is worthwhile. Collecting Hell Shrines gives you a boost to your health. Recovering Jade statues for a Kung Fu Master allows you to unlock some pretty powerful combat combinations. Character models, though, look a bit like plastic dolls when they're up close, but the NPCs in the city actually go about their daily business in quite a believable manner, from sitting in cafes and walking around with their shopping bags, even sweeping the floors outside the house, and it gives the city quite an authentic feel despite being a fictional version of Hong Kong. The gameplay is broken into three sections really. There's the hand-to-hand brawls, shootouts, your typical sort of open world vehicle sequences which mix driving and shooting. The shooting and the weapons in the game are barely worth mentioning. The guns are all the same really, they feel really underpowered. The aiming system's sluggish, even with your sensitivity turned all the way up. Moving from cover to cover is really clunky. You can go into slow motion when you're leaping over cover, which is supposed to make the aiming system more precise, but it makes little to no difference, and it's the same in the car chases. However, the vehicle combat is quite interesting. You can shoot the tyres out, or you can shoot the drivers. If you shoot the tyres, it causes a nice slow motion crash, which is pretty cool. Probably get to see that later on in the video actually. You can also jump from one car to the other, which keeps that sort of like city Hong Kong action style vibe going. The game's strength, as we can see at the moment, is its hand-to-hand which is less sort of arty-farty kung fu, more brutal brawling. It works in a similar way to Batman Arkham Asylum, but it's nowhere near as smooth. It still has a lot of weight though. Every attack that you throw looks really heavy, looks really painful, as you can see now. You can also use the environment to kill or disable the enemies instantly. These range from peeling your enemies on fish hooks, to angle grinding people's faces off, or beating them to death with a payphone. They're all funny, they're all gory, and it just adds a slightly different element to the combat of most open world shooters. So the side missions in the game, escort him here, drive my car into the river for insurance, race him, beat him and make him feel bad. They also include things like cockfights, there's some gambling stuff in there, and also some camera hacking. The latter, the camera hacking stuff, is a really dull mini game, which is obviously, I like to say you hack the camera using a series of numbers and codes, but it's also part of one of the side missions where you take down drug hangouts and take out the dealer. Basically, it's go in, beat up some dudes, hack the camera, go all the way back to your apartment and use the camera to identify and arrest the drug dealer. I wouldn't care, but it's always the same guy. It's always the same dude in the suit, gesturing with his money. If they made it a bit more challenging, maybe it would be interesting, but it's really not in the slightest. Once, however, I did accidentally target a passing pedestrian purely because he had a suitcase, and I still completed the mission, so I guess the Hong Kong Police Department don't care who they take down, as long as they get somebody. So that was really silly. As you progress through the game, you unlock triad and cop points, which might make you think the game's going to have an alternate ending depending on which one you have the most of. You'd be wrong. It makes fuck all difference. You just get less cop points if you say run somebody over or break some scenery as you go through the mission. All the points do is unlock upgrades for your weapons and your combat, and they don't appear outside the mission, so kicking an old lady in the face and then smashing her head into a car door is alright, as long as the coppers don't see you and then they'll chase after you. You also get a face system, which I think is supposed to be like reputation. I don't really know what difference it makes, to be honest with you. It really doesn't come into the game much at all. It only means, as far as I know, that you can buy more expensive cars and better clothes. Admittedly, certain outfits do give you bonuses in terms of how much damage you can do and take, but my face value is 5 and I still completed the game with no problem, so it's one of those just weird optional extras. All in all, Sleeping Dogs is a pretty fun game. I'd recommend you buy it, but probably not at the full price. It's definitely not GTA or Saints Row, but it's entertaining enough to be worth a look. So that was Sleeping Dogs. Hope you enjoyed the review, hope you found it helpful. As usual, any questions or any comments, any requests for any videos you want me to do in the future, stick them below. Our Facebook page is up and running, so check that out, subscribe to the channel. I was Dan, that was Game Couch, thanks for watching, see ya!